This podcast is edited and produced by Buford Digital Productions. Visit their website today to see what they can do for you.
The wandering path. The wandering path.
Welcome to the Wandering Path podcast, a sanctuary for the modern seeker and a dedicated practitioner. Here we believe that magic isn't just found at the destination, it's woven into every step of the journey. Whether you're here for the wisdom of tarot, the pull of the moon, or the whispers of the stars, you found your seat at the table. I'm your host, Adonis Youngblood, and today we're stepping back onto the path to explore what it truly means to live a life of magic. Welcome back to all my wonderful listeners. I am incredibly thankful for you joining in for this episode. I am feeling a little bit under the weather, so instead of just skipping doing an episode, I really wanted to do an episode all about elemental witchcraft, but it takes a lot of energy out of me to really talk. So today I thought we would just dive into what angel numbers are and a little bit more on numerology. I also want to create an episode where I talk about numerology and all the different numbers and what they mean together as a one-part series. But today, just to make it a little bit easier on my voice, I am just going to do this short episode. So, angel numbers. At their core, angel numbers are repetitive or sequence sets of numbers like 111, 222, 1212, or 777 that you happen to notice repeatedly throughout your day and your life. You might look at a clock at exactly 11 o'clock at night or 11:11, receive a receipt of $111, or notice a license plate with 444. In modern spirituality, these aren't dismissed as mere random chances. Instead, they are viewed as synchronicities, subtle pokes from the universe. Your higher self or spiritual guides meant to deliver a specific message or call your attention to the present moment. How they differ from traditional numerology. Traditional numerology is based on a fixed mathematical blueprints, like calculating your life path number using the exact date and time of your birth. Angel numbers, on the other hand, are entirely dynamic and situational. They don't belong to a permanently, they appear fluidly depending on what you're going through, thinking about, or choosing at any given moment. The psychology behind the RSA. There is an actual fascinating psychology reason why this happens, driven by a part of your brain that is the reticular activating system, or RAS. The RAS acts as a biological filter, sorting through millions of pieces of data every second to let only through to what you think matters to you. If you notice a number pattern once and find it interesting, your RSA flags it as important. Suddenly, your brain activity highlights that specific number sequence every time it enters your field of vision, making it feel like your number is following you. Spirituality minded people often see this as a beautiful partnership, the universe using your brain's natural mechanism to mirror back what your subconscious mind needs to focus on. I created a quick cheat sheet for the common sequences that you might find around you in your daily practices and your daily life. The number and the core spiritual meaning. 111 is manifestation. Your thoughts are turning into reality quickly. Focus on what you want, not what you fear. 222. Alignment and trust. You are exactly where you need to be. Practice patience and find balance. 333. Support and creativity. Your creative energy is flowing and you are being guided to express yourself. 444. Grounding and protection. The universe is stabilizing your foundations and offering a safe harbor. 555. Transformation. Significant necessary changes are on its horizon. Lean into the shift. 777. Spiritual luck. High vibrational alignment. Trust your intuition. You are unlocking deeper wisdom. In numerology, the primary number calculated from your birth date is your life path number. While angel numbers are the repeating sequence you see out in the world, your life path number is your permanent personal blueprint. It represents your core identity, challenges, and hardwired traits. The math is simple. You reduce your birth month, day, and year down to a single digit, add them together, and then reduce one final time. How to calculate it manually? The most accurate method uses grouped addition, reducing the month, day, and year separately before adding them together. This is preserved as the master's numbers 1 1, 2 2, and 3 3, which are highly spiritual numbers that are never reduced to a single digit during the immediate steps. Step by step example. Let's say your birth date is October 12, 1994. Not my actual birth date, but that's a secret that I maybe will let out one day. But first step is reduce the month. October is the 10th month. That means 1 plus 0 equals 1. Then reduce the day. The day is the 12th. That means 1 plus 2 equals 3. Then reduce the year. The year is 1994. That means 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 4 equals 23. Reduce 23 further to 2 plus 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Apologize. Add them together and find the final number. That means month, that's 1, plus the day, that's 3, plus the year, that is 5, equals 9. Your life path number for your birth date is then 9. Then you can go and do your research about the number 9. I like to go to Terra and see where that number 9 leads me towards. For example, just to give you my life path number is 16, which can also then be reduced to 7. But 16 symbolizes the ever changing process through that I go through in my day to day life. As I go through my spiritual awakening, I am changing. As I'm going through this path, I am changing. It's a ever changing phase that I'm going through. That's why the tower is my representation card, but my favorite card of all is number 13, the death card, which is the transformation. The tower symbolizes change, and then 13 symbolizes the transformation. A side question is, what is the master numbers? In numerology, we can certain double digits appear, specifically like 11, 22, and 33. They aren't reduced to a single digit like other numbers. These are known as the master numbers. Think of them as a high voltage wires of the numerology grid. They carry a high concentrated amplified frequency representing deep spiritual potential, intense creative energy, and a profound sense of purpose. But because the voltage is so high, they also bring unique challenges. The big three master numbers. Each master number acts as a higher octave of the single digit counterpart 2, 4, and 6. Depending that you are the master of the foundational traits before tapping into the higher spiritual calling, 11 is the visionary, the higher octave of 2. The number 11 is also about intuition, illumination, and sensitivity. It acts as a bridge between the conscious and subconscious mind. The gift being the intense psychic insight, empathy, and the ability to inspire others simply by being authentic. People with an 11 often act as a natural channels for creative or spiritual ideas. The shadow, the high anxiety, nervous energy, and overthinking. Because of 11 absorbs emotional data like a sponge, they can easily become overwhelmed by crowds and negative environments. 22. The master builder, the higher octave of 4. If 11 provides the ethereal vision, 22 is one that actually brings it into the physical reality. It is often considered the most powerful number in numerology because it combines the intuition of 11 with the practical, grounded structure of the number 4. The gift, the ability to manifest massive, long lasting structures, businesses, or systems that benefit humanity, they are pragmatical dreamers. The shadow, paralyzing fear or failure. Because their potential is so vast, 22s can easily cave under the pressure of their own ambitions and shrink back down into a routine. Number 33. The Master Teacher, the higher octave of 6. This is the rarest of the master numbers. The 33 focuses on a universal love, healing, and spiritual guidance. It combines the creative expression of 3 with the nurturing and protective nature of 6. The gift being deep compassion, a lack of personal agenda, and a life dedicated to uplifting others or healing collective trauma. The shadow, emotional martyrdom. A 33 can easily lose themselves trying to fix everyone else's problems, collapsing under the weight of the world's burdens. The master number catch is it is easy to see a master number on your chart and assume it is a spiritual free pass, but numerologists view them as a heavy backpack. Most people do not fully step into the master number energy until they are after their first Saturn return, around age 28 to 30, or even later in life. Until then, the energy usually feels like an intense international fraction, anxiety, and feeling like a square peg in a round hole. This podcast is presented and edited by Buford Digital Productions. I hope you enjoyed listening to this podcast and thank you for taking the time. And as always, have a wonderful and a blessed day.